Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm drinking my afternoon coffee, trying to get myself motivated for today. So we're gonna wait for some people to pop in. Hope you're doing well today. Oh hey, how are you? Thanks for joining me. So yeah, they're starting to come in. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I should be streaming on all of my social media, my YouTube channel, my Facebook group, and also my Facebook business page. So while we're waiting for some people to come in, let me introduce myself. You guys should know me, but if you're new to me, hello. My name is Madame Zee. I am your magical life coach, your magical mentor, your spiritual counselor, and your psychic development coach. So today we're going to talk about some really cool things. Hello. So grab yourself a cup of tea, a witchy brew, whatever you feel like is in your cauldron today and what your body needs. Don't forget to drink lots of water. Fuel your body. I know that I've been slacking on drinking water. I've always been a horrible drinker. Really, I have. My boyfriend Blair is like, how can you even survive? You've got to be dehydrated all the time, which is probably true. My entire life, I've never really drank a whole bunch of liquids. So I'm trying to be more conscious of what my body needs. So, oh, hello from Vegas. You're joining us from Vegas. I bet you it's hot as fuck out there. So I'm in outside of Kansas City. So my eyes are watering. Y'all, my allergies are killing me today. And so it's nice here. We've had a little crisp couple days of cool weather. So if everybody knows, we just bought a 1906 craftsman style home outside of Kansas City, and absolutely love this house. So I spent a lot of time connecting with this house. I spent a lot of time doing kitchen witchery, hedge witchery, garden witchery, all of that kind of stuff. Not so much rituals so much anymore as I used to do. Yeah, you feel the same way. It's a little bit hot, well, everybody's going through a heat wave, so it's hot where everybody is at. So I take advantage of the cool days for sure. I do most of my gardening and my outside stuff during the day, early morning, before I get started on doing what I'm doing now. Take care of the land is very important. So this house came to me as part of my life purpose. So I've been taking some time out as far as doing some actual physical magic because I want to get to know the land. I want to get to know the land spirits first before I do any magical workings with them. I do need to get a fairy door because we have a phenomenal, beautiful tree that is in front that I sit with, and I, I don't know if it's a he or a she. I'm not sure yet. I haven't asked, but I know it is a watcher of the neighborhood for sure. It's the biggest tree in the neighborhood. It watches over the neighborhood. It watches over me and watches over the house and everybody in the house. So it is a protector for sure. Yeah, you have those two, those big trees. I'm connected to trees for sure, but I've been doing a lot of paranormal stuff here. I am in the midst of writing a book on Haunted St. Joe, paranormal investigating, how to do that, mediumship, how to do that, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So let me know if you're in the comments, if you are looking to really dive into your mediumship skills, because we're going to talk a little bit about that. The one thing that I have missed so much is a circle to practice mediumship. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And we're also going to talk about 5 reasons why it is so important to be around like-minded people when you're doing mediumship stuff and when you are actually practicing. The importance of practicing, the importance of confirmation. So today's going to be all about spiritual work, probably for the next few Wednesdays. If not, I'll probably pop in and do some little teachings or a little chat about mediumship and how to work with spirits, how to connect with those. So that is what I'm vibing on right now. mediumship skills, speaking to the dead, paranormal. And I think it's because, oh yeah, you're into it too. Yeah. And the reason why I think it is because I feel the universe is prepping us for Samhain, for Halloween, for when the veil becomes thinner, right? We only have a few more months before Halloween. And I am bringing a group of witches to Haunted St. Joe to do some paranormal investigation, witchy stuff, and practice this kind of stuff, mediumship skills. And we are staying in an 1800 haunted Airbnb. So if you want to be surrounded by spirits and work with your psychic mediumship skills, that is the time to do it. That is in April. Sorry, October. Why am I stuck in April? I'll have to think about that because something's coming up in April because I never ever say April because I really don't have any big significance in April. So, all right. So let's get started. Yeah, you like mediumship too. It's my jam. And I teach mediumship differently than what everybody else teaches because I use our magical tools. I use the magic within us. I use non-traditional stuff. The old spiritualist way of doing mediumship, which is like through Ouija boards. So I'll teach you how to do that. And bells and candles, candle flames, automatic writing, planchets, that kind of thing. I just got back from the Haunted Museum, not Haunted Museum, but Museum of the Shadows, I believe it is, in Omaha. Freaking love that. I wish I could spend more time in there. They have a whole entire collection in a whole wall of Ouija boards and ancient Ouija boards and burned Ouija boards, and everybody, all of those Ouija boards have a story. So don't be afraid of Ouija boards. Ouija boards are just another form of divination, just like you're using tarot, just like you're using runes. It's just another form, but you have to be well trained in it. So awesome. Don't be afraid of Ouija boards. Don't be afraid. And I know people have bad experiences with it. And that's why it's important that you have a circle of mediums or circle of psychic mediums that are practicing this, right? So you guys get that group hive mind energy of the collective, right? And there's nothing like doing mediumship skills and you have in the circle and the energy is going around and you're like, I'm getting this woman, or I'm getting, why am I seeing the color red? Or why am I seeing a cigar? Why am I seeing a ship, a Navy ship or something like that? And then the other person is like, yeah, me too. So you're like, okay, something's going on here. That's going to build your confidence. That's going to build up your confirmation, right? So let's hop into 5 reasons why it's important to join a psychic medium group. So number 1, and you can write this down, but you can also watch the replay. If you guys are watching my replay, hit hashtag replay and drop any questions you have. This is very interactive. Okay, so I want you to ask questions. I'm your teacher, I'm your mentor, I'm your guide along this crazy journey that we call metaphysical, occult, spiritualist, whatever you want to call it, witchiness, whatever. So I've been doing this for a long time, 30 plus years now. Oh my God, I've just dated myself. We were just talking about, my friend is here from Austin for a week. And we were just talking about how old we are. And I was like, yeah, man, I use my senior discount. And they're like, what are you talking about, senior discount? You're not 55. And I was like, I'm 50. I turned 50. And I'm going to freaking use my senior discount. So everywhere I go, I'm like, do you have a senior discount? And they're like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm about to enter my crone stage and I'm about to embrace it. So embrace where you are. Thank the gods and the goddesses that have brought you through the trials and tribulations. You're still on this, what I call this plane, this side of the dirt, right? So be thankful, be proud of yourself, give yourself some kudos that you come through some shit and you're the age and the wisdom of where you're at in your life right now. Embrace it. I'm embracing my crone energy. I'm slowing down. I'm not traveling so much anymore with my business. I used to travel a lot and do speaking gigs, mostly online now, or I'm mostly centered in a couple hours, 3-hour radius where I'm at now. So I don't travel a whole lot anymore like I used to. I'm becoming a little homebody, right? Embrace it. Sometimes you need that hermit mode. And right now I feel like I'm in my hermit mode. My my internal soul kind of like needs me to calm down and sit down and bring people to me. That's what it is. Yes, exactly. Attract. Yeah. That's where I feel I'm at right now, is about attracting and bringing people to me and not so much going out seeking. So, and I have created a space upstairs in my house, my lovely home, where I bring in students and we learn for weekends, and they for room and board. So that is coming available. So, thank you. You guys are so sweet. I love it. So yeah, you're into mediumship too and looking to practice. Good, because we are going to talk about that if I would just stop rambling, right, y'all? You know me, I get off on a tangent. So number one, before, because it's been like forever since I talked to y'all. I missed y'all. Okay. So focus. Number one, you get a better understanding of how to tune up your mediumship skills, tune it in, and manage your capabilities. So we talk about the clairs, and there's a whole bunch of clairs, right? But when you're working with a circle of people, you will find that not everybody has the same clairs. Not everybody is clairvoyant, claircognizance, clairsentience, right? Everybody has different clairs. But when you come together and everybody has different skills, right? Different abilities, different gifts, but they come to the same conclusion, you're like, oh shit, something's happening. Like, for example, if you see spirits, you may have the ability to see spirits, right? Excuse me, got hiccups. And so maybe you see a spirit that is completely burned. Like, I don't know why I'm seeing this, but I'm seeing a spirit that is burned. And then maybe another one smells things. And so she's like, yeah, man, I smell fire. What is up with this fire? Or maybe you have a person who is sensitive and feels the heat, right? So when you bring everybody's experiences, everybody's special abilities together to create this big puzzle, this big picture, then you get a better understanding of what happened to that spirit, to that space, and what is going on with that haunting, right? Yeah, you're correct with that. Yeah, the collective mind, you're correct. Um, so then, because not everybody is well versed in everything, you probably have three. You probably have top. Mine is clear cognizance. I just know things, and then you'll go down from from there, right? But not everybody has um, all of them in their top wheelhouse, right? Top toolbox, psychic toolbox. So when you start bringing in other psychics and bringing in other mediums to bring in that piece of the puzzle and start placing the pieces together, you create this reenactment of what really went on with that spirit. What is going on? How did they pass? How are they feeling? What was their circumstances? So that's why it's so important that you become a part of a psychic medium circle to bring everybody together and to learn from everybody. So, number two, a supportive environment gives you the chance to connect with like minded individuals. So important. So, here's something I'm going to tell y'all. A lot of you are solitary, or a lot of you don't have a community, or a lot of you aren't really out of the closet yet with your skills for healing the witch wound, or you've been ostracized, or people think you're crazy because you hear ghosts and spirits or whatever like that. So you kind of shut that down. You kind of keep that to yourself. I created this mastermind, this psychic medium mastermind, to support you where you're at so we can talk about the weird stuff. So you don't have any shame in saying, oh, I'm feeling this, I see this. We're like, yeah, please tell me. Let's dive deeper. Let's ask some questions. Let's share. Let's hive mind off each other. So I'm creating this program that's coming up at the end of August, a Successful Psychic Mediumship Mastermind, where we create this for you so you feel supported. You are with like-minded people, are really diving into their psychic medium skills, either to enhance their skills, learn their skills, embrace their skills, or make a business out of it, right? A lot of you, especially with COVID, because we were so shut in, you're like, oh my God, where's my money coming from? This is the way to bring in money. This is a way for you to step into your psychic powers, so you're not so dependent on corporate America. So you can take your life back and you can take your money back, right? You are in control. So this is another way to either to step into your psychic powers or create a business that help other people to connect with their past ones, their loved ones who have passed through, or animals or pets. I have one that she's like, yeah, I do psychic mediumship with pets. Is that okay if I join? I'm like, absolutely. I have a couple clients who have their pets that have passed through, and they come through all the time. Um, so that is very important that you have skills to do pet readings for ones who pass through and for people who have passed through. So yeah, pet readings are, you're right. Psychic pet readings are mediumship are very hard. um I still cry every time that I have to do when every time one comes over, I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I got to get ready for this one. Whereas in people who just passed over, unless they have tragic stories, really don't bother me so much because I'm so in the zone. But for pets who have passed over, I have to get mentally prepared for that because I'm so sensitive to that. And I think it's because my Bella, who was from my familiar, passed over a few years ago, even though now I have Lunabelle. She's insane. She's not in the office right now because she's coughing like crazy. We got her on new meds and it's just not working for her. So I think with that, that comes up when I do pet stuff. It still is that traumatic theme for me. And so that's the whole part of mediumship. That's the whole part of what we're going to be talking about. What I'm going to be teaching you is how I center, how I ground, how I shake energy off, and learning from other people. I can teach you so much, but there's so much other ways of doing things that I don't know about because I'm not in tune with some ancient sacred way of doing things, right? From another path. Maybe the Egyptians who are, are really, or someone who comes into the mediumship circle, they're the really past life was an Egyptian, a goddess or something like that, and they know how to do spiritual mediumship, or they know how to connect, or they know how to disconnect. They know how to, sage, not really sage, but smudging, right? Different in releasing than I can. That is someplace or someone you can learn from. We are here to learn from each other, not just from me. That's why I want to bring you guys together into this psychic mediumship circle to learn from each other, not just from me. I'm almost like a gatherer of people. I get people together and let's learn, let's talk, let's do, right? So you're exactly right. Yeah, like-minded individuals, because you learn so much from the community than you do individually and solitary. When I was solitary for a long time and I would hit my block, I was like, I'm not learning anymore from anybody. And my little circle that I'm learning from is very limited because I don't know and I'm not introduced. Let me get my microphone. I'm not introduced to all these different ways of doing things because I don't have access to that. Okay. That's a good point. Yeah. Number 3, you learn to connect with your spirit guides, angels, goddesses, etc. So when we're in the psychic circle mediumship, that's coming up end of August, you will have a deeper connection with your guides. You will learn how to read their energy. You will learn what is true and what is not true. You probably will get really connected with them and learn their name, right? If they reveal that to you. So you get into this spiritual, energetic connection with your spirit guides, and you will learn how to call them in to work with them. Now, we talk about demons, blah, 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 blah. And I was just talking to my friend yesterday about how everything now is freaking demonic and demons, and I hate that because it's not. And I don't want to freak you out about that because it's not. I've been doing this for a long time and only come across one or two demons, but for the most part, they're just tricksters, negative energy, low vibe. You know, if they're a horrible person here, they're going to be a horrible person over there. So, um, but what you want to do is you want to learn the energy exchange of your angels, guides, ancestors, gods, goddesses, whoever you work with. Because negative energies or low vibe energies will like to come in and try to trick you, especially demons like to come and act like children when they're really not. So you'll learn the language, what your guides speak. You'll learn the vibration of what they feel like when they enter. So when you say, "Oh, is this my spirit guide?" in the the spirit, whatever says, "Yeah, this is me, George," and you're like, "No," because me and George have this code word, and me and George have this sign or this signal that's just between us, that I know that I'm protected and I know that I'm working with George. So you didn't send me that sign. The energy is different, and this is not George. So you will learn in the psychic circle that's coming up, um, how to work in tandem with your gods, goddesses, ancestors, whoever you work with. Yeah, it's very important to create. You're absolutely right, to create that connection, because when you do paranormal investigations or you do mediumships, right? Mediumship sessions, then they sometimes you have they just come in and you're like, you need to back the fuck off. I'm only calling in one person. Get in line, set your boundaries, step back. And we've had paranormal investigations where they're so strong and they want to come in, or mediumship sessions, when they just want to talk to you. And you're like, the REM pod's going off, the energy's shifting, it's high buzz, and you're like, okay, you need to back away. You need to step off for a minute. You need to give me some space. I need to recenter, and then I will talk to you. But you need to step off. And yeah, you need to be strong in what you're doing, because here's the thing. This is a byproduct. So when you learn how to set boundaries in the spiritual realm, you will learn how to set boundaries in the physical realm. That's a byproduct. Not everybody speaks to spirits. You're a badass bitch. You have given the divine right and the gift to speak to spirits. Do you know how special that is and how important that is? And if you're not doing that kind of work, then you are not living your life purpose, which means everything around you is going to go to shit, because the universe is like, I'm trying to show you where you need to be, what your divine purpose is, what your soul contract is, what your reincarnated contract is. You're not living up to it, so I'm not going to give you anything else. You're not holding up your end of the bargain, right? So you have to look at this as spiritual gifts, but you have to also learn how to control it, connect with it, and disconnect with it. And this is what this course that's coming up at the end of August is going to be teaching you. Number 4, as a result, you receive validation, affirmation that your work is true, and work with spirits from others in the group. And we talked about that earlier, right? It's so important that you, especially for newbie psychic mediums, right, who are just working on their skills, that you receive that validation, because a lot of us just, especially newbies, are just, I don't know, I'm getting something, but I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's validation kind of thing. This is what I'm getting, right? And I still do that. I second guess myself sometimes. And that's just because it's just human nature, I think, right? To just doubt yourself, unfortunately. Yeah, self-doubt is a big downer. You're right. And so there's been times where I'm like, I'm seeing this, but it's not, I shouldn't say it. I'm feeling this. I don't know why I'm feeling this. It's not making sense, kind of thing. And then I won't say anything. And then the person that I'm doing the session for will come up and say, well, this is what happened. I'm like, shit, I knew it. That's what my spirit guides are telling me, and I should have said it. And so in the psychic medium circle, the successful, why did I name this? Because this is such a tongue twister. In the Successful Psychic Mediumship Mastermind, hello, say all that fast. We start working on building your confidence in a group setting. Okay, so important. And I teach you never, ever, ever hold back any information. It is not your job to decipher it. It is not your job to make sense of it. It is not your job to put the pieces of the puzzle together for your client or your session. Your job is to relay the messages. And then later on, your clients will put that together. Or we have to put it on the back burner, in our back pocket, is what I kind of say. And shift that and remember that, and then it'll come back to us later on. Because I can't tell you how many times I've had sessions and my clients like, I don't know about that, that's not resonating with me. And then when they leave and like a day later, they'll call me like, I thought about it, that makes perfect sense. Because those people are so in the moment, they're so like tunneled vision into what's happening, they forget to put the pieces together, right? But always tell them what's coming up, whether it makes sense or not. And it is up to them to put the pieces together. So we will learn how you receive validation and confirmation and start building your psychic muscle, right? Number 5, you learn and are introduced into new ways of spirit communication by others. This is why I keep telling you it's so important to be in a psychic mediumship mastermind, to develop your skills, to learn from other people. From other paths on doing things, and not only from them and like how to clear, cleanse, consecrate, all that kind of stuff, right? Detach, attach kind of thing. But what spirits or spiritual realms are, angels, demons, sometimes aliens, which is interesting. We're going to talk about this. We are only privileged to what we know, right? So if we have a Native American come in who is really well tuned with earth spirits, or with people on the other side, or with spiritual beings kind of thing, I don't know anything about that. They may come in and say, oh yeah, that's a skinwalker. I wouldn't know that because that's not my path. Or maybe someone who's well versed and attached to the Celtic kind of pantheon. Maybe they have goddesses, gods, occult kind of creatures that I don't have, or I don't have privy to. I don't know all of them. Not everybody's going to know all of them. So that's why it's so important that you get in a circle of psychics and practice, because you're going to learn so much. You're going to open up your mind to what else is out there. And with this psychic medium circle that's coming up, you're not only going to learn how to speak to the other side, people who are living on this plane, you are going to probably bring in elementals, aliens, pets, other goddesses, gods, water beings, mythological creatures, ascended masters. So this is not just for spirits who lived on this earthly plane. We're going to be talking to a lot of people, a lot of spirits, a lot of creatures, a lot of gods and goddesses, aliens and stuff. So it's going to be fun. And the workshop is coming up at the end of August, and it's a 12-month mediumship workshop. This is where you get your hands dirty, right? This is actual physical being in a circle. We are actually going to do seances. We're going to do candle magic. We are going to do paranormal Ouija board sessions. And I'm going to set it up. I'm trying to set it up so I can split the screen so you can see my Ouija board, and you can see the candles and kind of stuff. So I'm trying to figure out the tech part of it so you guys can see the split screen of that. So this is coming up. I don't 2 people. I'm only bringing 13 because, I love the number 13 because it's magical and a witchy number for me. So that is coming up the end of August, and it is a 12-month. We meet once a month. So you get to practice in between. You have accountability partners, and you start to learn from other people. Okay. This is a way to hone in on your psychic abilities, learn it, work it, which is so important. And actually, if you're interested in working and making this a business, we're actually going to add some business teachings into it too. All right. So I will drop the link if you are interested in joining that this month. It is $333 paid in full for 12 months or $33 a month for 12 months. So I give you 2 options. Paid in full, everybody gets a paid in full bonus. You get 1 session with me. And the other one is $33 a month for 12 months. So it is a membership. It is a monthly membership. It runs for 12 months. And we're going to do some fantastic stuff in there. So I haven't done a membership in a long, long time. I really haven't done any courses lately. Like I said, I've been in a hermit mode. So Samhain is coming up. So if you want to step into your mediumship skills now, so you can maybe launch a business or at least launch a session in October, that's the best time to do it. You have 2 or 3 months to start working on that now, honing in your skills, working in circle, making some money, free yourself, step into your divine power as a psychic medium. I'll drop the links below. If you are interested in joining this, if you have any questions, send me a message or drop me a DM, and then I'll be glad to get you started on that. So we start end of August. All right, everyone, witch on, and we'll see you in the psychic mediumship circle.